Welcome back. Let's try this again. From Troy, Montana, James Latham came within. Set number 2. Bigfork trails 12-13. Spike down off of Halverson. And almost dug out there by Fox.
Bigfork High School Athletics. The Bigfork Dental Center, official sponsors of Bigfork Athletics.
And 14-12, Troy leads here in set number 2. Ritzner digs it out. Cross the net and touched. And they call that point out. And 15-12, service. Dug out by Morrow. Ritzner getting across, almost is Gray. Or check that, Fry. And 16-12 here in set number 2. And Bigfork will take a timeout here. 406-270-7384. Let me know that you're listening. Not quite sure if this is working correctly now, but give a shout out. Let me know that you're catching the broadcast out there. Valkyries trailing by 4 in set number 2. They lost the first set. And service on the way, Ritzner, Halverson. And we're back on live, if everybody's listening out there. Service across, dug out. Ritzner goes and gets it. Halverson will get it across. And Thomas will try to dig it out, hits it out of bounds. And a point and side out to Bigfork. And they trail by 4. They need to get on a little bit of roll here. It is Dana Sari to serve. Up Halverson, along with Fry and Pizzola up front. Fox, Ritzner, and Sari in the backcourt. Ace service off the hands of Hermes for Troy, and a point for Bigfork, 17-14. They did this last set, need to come back and get over the hump this time. Service by Sari. It's deep and out of play over Talmadge's head on the back line, and side out point to the Lady Trojans. Just need to get it in, does Bigfork, so they can get the point. 18-14, trailing by 4. And can't quite see who's serving. Ritzner will dig it out. Set up by Gray, or Fry spikes it down just over the net and in front of Hermes, and side out to Bigfork and a point. And Gray will come back in for Bigfork as they trail 19-15. Clay serves, Ritzner, Halverson, spiked down by Howlett, off the Hermes and out of play. And a point for Bigfork and a side out as they pull within 3. At 19-16. And Fry back to serve. Service. Dug out by Troy. We'll get it across. Is Ramirez. Ramirez just hits the net and then it goes out of bounds. And a point for Bigfork. And now they were within 2 at 19-17. And Jessica Fry continuing to serve. Service across. Backcourt. Gray. Halverson setting up Fry. Fry right down the middle. Spikes it. Hermes can't dig it out. And a point for Bigfork, 19-18. And timeout will take by the Lady Trojans. And Bigfork comes within one at 18-19. This timeout brought to you by the Tall Pine. 2 pool tables, shuffleboard, 9 TVs for all your games on the big screen. And the kitchen's always open during football season. Head on down to the Tall Pine and check out college football, NFL. Located in the Old Town Center, 8111 Highway 35 in Bigfork. The Tall Pine, proud sponsors of Bigfork Athletics. Dugout on the serve. Talmadge. Pierce gets it across. Fry. Gray will get it back in the back court. Dugout by backcourt. Over to Talmadge. Pierce. Up. Halverson sets up Fry. And she'll hit it out of bounds. With Fry, and a nice attempt and a nice spike try right there by Jessica. Service dug out by Ridgner. Halverson, Howlett, Hermes. Digs it out by Talmadge. Pierce trying to get it across. Blocks by the freshman Chapius. And side out to Bigfork, 20-19. Halverson's going to serve. Halverson serve deep down the line to backcourt. Dug out across by Monroe. Morrow. Halverson sets up Fry. Oh, and again, her spike is just long. Check that. That was Chapius on the attempt. 21-19, side out. Pierce serving. Dug out by Ridgner. Morrow gets it over. Dug out. Rice is going to try to put it over the net for Troy and leaves it a bit short. And it's a point for Bigfork and it's side out as they trail by 1, 20-21. Serving is Howlett. Service on the way deep. They can't quite figure out who's supposed to get it between Hermes and number 4, McCulley. And we're tied at 21-21. Howlett to serve again. Deep. Hermes going to hit it out of bounds. Talmadge gets it. Rice puts it across. And Chapius can't quite handle it. She's going to put it right back across the net, but it falls short. And a point side out to the Lady Trojans. And Talmadge, number 7, will serve. Across, dug out by Fox in the net. Halverson can't handle it off the net. Got to get that first pass to your setter. 23-21, the Valkyries trail by 2 on the UPS scoreboard. Service, Fox over deep. Dug out by Mickenberg. Rice looking to spike it across down the middle. Rice doesn't hit very hard, but nobody there for Bigfork. A game point for the Lady Trojans. And Howlett will return in the back for Fox. Talmadge serve. Richner digs it out. Halverson looking to set up Chapius. Chapius off of Rice, out of play. And a point side out to Bigfork as Rice can't handle that side cut from Madison Chapius. And the Valkyries just got to get it in. As they trail by 2, and Chapius will go back to serve for the Valkyries here in set number 2. Service across, Hermes, Talmadge, backcourt can't get it up and across. Another point for Bigfork within 1, 23-24, and Chapius, the freshman, to serve again for the Valkyries. Just get it across, get it in. Chapius deep to Hermes. Out play is going to go off of number 9. That's Lizzie Morkeberg, and we're tied at 24, and Chapius will continue to serve. Morkeberg will come out. Pierce back in the back. Got to win by 2. Chapius to serve. Serves it deep. Oh, and a beautiful serve in front of Pierce. Pierce can't dig it out, and his game point, Bigfork, as they now lead 25-24 here in set number 2. Chapius ready to serve. Get another serve like that, that'll take care of things. Serves it deep. Pierce gets it across. Oh, right at the net, set up for Fry, and Jessica can't spike it quite across the net, into the net, and we're tied at 25. Side out, Rice will serve for Troy. Dug out by Morrow, gets it across. And Talmadge can't quite hit the spike from, she's set up by Clay across the net. It'll be side out to Bigfork. And Morrow will serve for the Valkyries. 26-25 game point. Serves it deep, Hermes and Talmadge fight over it. Over to Clay, dug out by Izzy. Spike down by Gray, and down, get it across as the block there by Beckcourt of, check that, Fry's spike, and the Valkyries can't quite handle it. Side out, we're tied at 26 apiece, and Sorry will come in for Morrow. And the Lady Trojans will serve. We're tied at 26, gets it across. Richner, Halverson, across is Sorry. Talmadge, set up Gray, spike, dug out by Richner, dug out, and off of Sorry in the backside on the far end. As Bigfork can't quite handle it, and game point 27-26. And number 14, that's Olivia Ramirez to serve for the Lady Trojans. Richner digs it out. Halverson. Pizzola. Blocked by Pierce. And 28-26. The Valkyries take that one on the chin. As I thought they had it there. So they're going to have to battle back, losing the first 2 sets. And if they want to force a 5th, they got to take care of business here in set number 3. This timeout brought to you by Gilliard Painting, interior and exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking. Contact Gilliard Painting, Chip Gilliard at 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork, 210-7794, or contact Chip Gilliard at yahoo.com. Gilliard Painting, proud sponsors of Bigfork Vikes and Vals Athletics. Well, they take the first 2. I thought they were going to pull that one out, been down early, and couldn't quite pull that one out and lose the first 2 sets. But they're playing a lot better. Scored 22, and then scored 26. Couldn't quite get over the hump. I thought it there if Jessica spikes that perfect set to her over that is set point. They will have to take care of business here, and getting the serve is the Lady Trojans here to start the 3rd set, and the Valkyries need to take care of business. Halverson, Fry, Pizzola up front, Fox, Richner, and Sorry in the back. Serving will be number 5 for the Lady Trojans. That's Leah Clay, who usually starts for them on the service. Up front, Pierce, Talmadge, and Beckcourt. Hermes in the back. Service, Sorry, digs it out. Halverson looking to set up. Jessica spikes it down. Dug out. Fox will get it. Dug out by Sorry. Richner gets it across. Hermes over to Talmadge. Talmadge looking to set up Pierce. Pierce spikes it. Dug out by Fox. Halverson and Pierce will block Jessica's fry attempt, and 1-0. The Lady Trojans lead early. Service. Fox. Halverson outside. Pizzola side. Cut from the left side all the way to the far right side and inbounds, and a side out point for Bigfork. Pizzola to serve. Excuse me, Miranda Gray serve. Her serve goes into net, and a point and side out to the Lady Trojans. Service dug out by Gray. Halverson setting up Fry. Fry spikes it down right in front of McCulley, and good for a side out, and we're tied at 2. Fry to serve for Bigfork. Last 2 serves by both girls, no good. You have no opportunity at all unless it gets it across the net. So side out and 3-2. Pierce will serve for the Lady Trojans. Service deep. Sorry. Halverson. JPS on the spike. Oh, and spikes it in. Does the freshman Chapius. And Morrow will come in for Sorry. Service across. Rice dinks it down for the Lady Trojans. And a point side out to Troy as they lead 4-3. Play back in. Talmadge to serve. Service dug out by Gray. Halverson sets up Hallett. Hallett down the line. And she hits it out of bounds down the line. And a point for Troy. And spiked by Morrow. That cross court is hit out of bounds, and 6-3, the Lady Trojans lead here in set number 3. Talmadge serving again. Gets crossing out. Chapius digs it out. Halverson sets up Chapius. Chapius spikes it off of Talmadge. Talmadge hits it long. And side out to Bigfork, 6-4 on your Montana Athletic scoreboard. Hallett back to serve for the Valkyries, trailing by 2. Service on the way, deep right in the middle, and dug out, but right into backcourt off the hands of Morkerberg, and 6-5 now. Valkyries within 1, and Hallett continues to serve. Hallett deep. Line judge down there a little hesitant on the call. Couldn't quite tell what it was, and Rice to serve. Side out, point for Bigfork. And Fox struggling receiving the serve in the back as the Valkyries trail by 3, 8-5. Rice serving. Serves it deep and hits the top of the net and will not drop over, so side out point to Bigfork. Fry will come back in, and serving will be the freshman Chapius. Trailing by 2. And Madison to serve for the Valkyries. Nice deep serve. Morokai out. Brought out back in by Beckcourt, and then across by Hermes. Hermes. Fox. And hitting it deep is Fry over the head of Hermes. And a side out point to the Lady Trojans, and changes on both sides as Chapius will come out. Pizzola up front. Halverson off the hand of Morrow off her side down the right near side and out of bounds by Kiera Morrow. And a point, 10-6. The Lady Trojans lead. Serve into the net. Here's the service by Olivia Ramirez. And Beckert will come back in for her. And serving, it'll be number 6, Morrow. This time for the Valkyries. Service on the way, gets it across the net. Beckert digs it out. Talmadge looking to set up Pierce. Dinks it across. And Morrow can't dig it out. And Sari will come in and replace Morrow. And side out point serving will be number 5, Clay for Lady Trojans. Ritzner. Halverson looking to set up Fry. Fry spikes it down, can't be dug out. And there by Pierce, and a point for Bigfork, side out. 11-8. That'll bring Hallett back in. And she'll replacing Fox. Service by Pizzola. Pierce. Backcourt gets across. Pizzola. Halverson looking to set up Howlett. Howlett spike off the hands of Pierce. Pierce will get it across. Dug out by Sari. Deep by Halverson. Dug out by Hermes. Talmadge looking to set up Pierce. Pierce looking to spike. Dug out by Sari. Halverson looking to set up Howlett. Nope. Richards over there gets it across. Hermes. Back to Talmadge. Talmadge looking to set up Pierce. Pierce spikes it down. It can't be dug out there by Sari. And Miranda Gray will come in for Pizzola in the back, along with Richner and Sari. In the front, we got Hallett, Halverson, and Fry, and Hermes to serve for Troy. Service, Miranda Gray gets it across, dug out by Beckcourt. And a double hit by Troy. And it'll be Bigfork side out, 12-9. They trail by 3. Jessica Fry will back to serve as Rister comes out, and Chapey is back in the front. She's not quite getting that serve across and giving up a point in doing so. And they trail 13-9. She's trying to drop it just across the net is Jessica. And Talmadge will serve. Excuse me. Pierce will serve. Sorry. Halverson. Howlett deep. Dug out by Pierce. Talmadge. Rice dinks it across. Sorry. Down the line. And out of play on the Trojans side. And a point for the Lady Trojans as the Valkyries trail by 5, 14-9 on your Bigfork Dental scoreboard. Pierce, service. Sorry. Halverson setting up Chapius. Chapius spikes it down. Cross the net out the block of Beckcourt and drops on the Lady Trojan side out to Bigfork. And 14-10, they trail by 4. Halverson goes back to serve. And changing places is Sari and Morrow. Morrow will come back in for Bigfork. Trailing by 4, 14-10. Service on the way. Deep by McCulley. Talmadge and spike down the line by Beckcourt. And in. Good for a point and side out to the Lady Trojans. And the Valkyries get back within 5. Trail by 5, excuse me, 15-10. Talmadge serving deep. Gray. Halverson. Morrow sets it deep and hits it out of bounds. And 16-10 now on the Bigfork Harvest scoreboard. Just across the net, Morrow gets it. Howlett puts it across, dug out by Beckcourt. Rice trying to dink it. Morrow gonna dig it up, but hits it out of bounds across the net on the Troy Trojan side, and 17-10. And Morrow will come back, replaced by Sari in the back. Talmadge to serve. They lead by 7. Gray. Halverson looking to set up Sari. Cuts it across court. Dug out. And Rice and Hermes run into each other on the dig by Morkerberg and can't get it across, side out to Bigfork. 17-11 and Howlett to serve. Spikes it down, nice serve by Howlett and out of bounds. Off of Hermes and then off of Leah Clay. And a point for Bigfork within 5, 17-12. Howlett to serve. Dinks it across and in, down the line on the right side as I'm looking at it. Left side of Troy and 17-13. Valkyries within 4. Service. On the way, right down the middle. Oh, a nice serve. And Thomas can't quite dig it out. And 17-14. And that'll force the Lady Trojans to take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by the UPS store in Bigfork. Proud sponsors of Bigfork High School Athletics, the Vikes and the Vals, for all your printing and shipping needs at 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. Say hi to Brad Stottshill and the gang down at the UPS store. All right, we're back, and ready to serve is Howlett again after that timeout. Keep it going. Josie off of Hermes. Troy gets it across. Sorry digs it out. Chapius will dig it across. Talmadge set up by Leah. Blocked by Chapius at the net. Sorry hits it deep. McCulley. Rice dinks it across. Down the line, around the block. And point side out to the Lady Trojans, and Rice will serve as Fox will come back in for Howlett, and Rice to serve. That serve a little short, hits the net, and back to Bigfork. They're back within 3 on the side out. And Chapius will serve. Madison here trailing by 3. Cross, nice serve down the line. I don't know about these line judges, but they don't stay. They're moving away from the line and should be staying, watching straight up the line. And side out point to Troy, 19-15. And they return the favor as Olivia Ramirez serves it out of play. And back to Bigfork trailing by 3. Talmadge will come back in for Ramirez. And Sorry will serve for Bigfork. Serves it deep. Backcourt to play it. Off the hands of Isabel Ramirez, and a point for Bigfork within 2. Sorry serving for Bigfork. Trailing by 2, 19-17. Service on the way. Gray sets up. Pierce is blocked. And they're going to call a double hit on the Lady Trojans, and a point for Bigfork, 19-18 within 1. And Sorry serving. Gets it across. Backcourt. Pierce gets it across and out of play. Down the line. And we're tied at 19-19 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Sorry continues to serve. Across. Hermes can't handle it. Out of play. And the Valkyries take the lead by 1, 20-19 here in Troy, Montana. Backcourt on the return. Pierce blocked. That one's going to be out of play. off of Ramirez as Pierce can't quite get to it, 21-19. So the Valkyries up by 2 in set number 3, and they definitely need this set to continue. And Sari continues to serve for the Valkyries. Gets it across Pierce. Troy. Pierce down, man, spikes it off the set by Clay in the middle. And the Valkyries can't quite get to it. And a side-out point. And number 5, that's Leah Clay, will serve as they trail by 1. Bigfork needs to get a side out. Calling a rotation violation on Bigfork, so tied at 21 apiece. Fox digs it out. Halverson looking to set up Fry. Fry hits it long. And Lady Trojans take the lead 22-21. Clay to serve. Serves it deep. Fox. Halverson. Fry spikes it. Backcourt. Talmadge. Dug out by Pizzola. Halverson sits it deep where nobody is for the Lady Trojans, and it drops in for a point. And we're tied at 22 apiece. And Howlett will come back in for Fox up front. And Pizzola to serve as we're tied at 22. And Pizzola's serve goes out of bounds on the far side. Just get it in when you're that close, girls. And Miranda Gray is going to come in for Pizzola. (23-22), Hermes. Gray. Halverson. Lister gets it across. Duck out McCulley. Talmadge setting up Pierce. Pierce blocks it down out of reach of Ritzner, and game point 24-22. And the Valkyries will take their final timeout here. The Bigfork Dental Center brings you this timeout. Dr. Aaron Price and team of Bigfork Dental Center are proud to support Vikes and Val Athletics. See Dr. Aaron Price and her dental team for all your dental needs, including digital radiographs, tooth color fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, dentures, and much more. Now accepting new patients of all ages. And we're back. Hermes to serve. Game point for the Lady Trojans. Gets it across. Dug out. Get it across, and Ritzner saves it. Hermes. Thomas looking to set up Pierce. Pierce to get it across. Dug out by Sari. Halverson. Over to Hallett. Hallett spikes it. Hermes. Thomas looking to set up Montana Rice. Dug out by Gray. Sari. And dinked across by Hallett. Pierce digs it out, and they can't quite get to it. Hit it out of bounds. 24-23. On your Gilliard Painting scoreboard, Fry to serve as Chapius comes back in. Fry, nice serve there, off of backcourt. And that's a key time for Fry to get her serve in. 24 apiece. We're tied here in set number 3. And Jessica Fry to serve. We could use another one like that from Fry. Jump serve, far court, in the corner, and she hits it out of bounds. Ladies, just get it in, give yourself a chance. And now game point for the Lady Trojans. Got to return it, Pierce. Sorry. Halverson setting up Howlett. Howlett spike across. And it is out. The spike by Howlett goes wide. And 26-24 is your final. So the Valkyries go in 3 in this one from Troy, Montana. So the freshmen won 3-1, the JV won 3-0, and the Valkyries take it on the chin 25-22, 28-26, and 26-24 to lose in 3. A big shout out and thank you again to my sports sponsors, the Bigfork Dental Center, Dr. Aaron Price and crew, Bigfork Harvest Foods, the Bigfork Dairy Queen, Gilead Painting, the Montana Athletic Club, It's All Pine Casino, and the UPS store. This is James LaFontaine at 8:05 here. So 1 hour and 10 minutes that match took from Troy, Montana. Thanks for joining me on the broadcast. Our next broadcast will be coming up Friday as I'll head down to Missoula to Loyola Sacred Heart and Rollins Field as the Vikings take on the Rams. Kickoff is at 7. We'll be on the air about 6:45, 6:50 on Friday night. Next action for the Valkyries, they will be home, and I'll be on the PA on Saturday. Gets underway freshman at 1, followed by JV at about 2:30 and about 4 o'clock for the varsity. We won't have that one broadcasted, but we'll be calling the live action. Once again, thanks for joining us. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals from Troy, Montana. The Valkyries lose this one 3-0 and are 0-2 in conference play. Wherever you are, please drive safely, and thank you, and good night.